Every season is a replica of the old one. The problem is it's about preparation of the season before. One thing we know, winter gonna come around, spring gonna come around, summer gonna come around, fall gonna come around. We already know that. But if we are not prepped for these seasons in other seasons, then we don't get it. Right? So it's not, again, you don't get the summer body in the summer because it's too taxing, it's too hot, it's too draining, it's too many things to do, it's too taxing on your body. You get the summer body in the winter. That's when you get the summer body. It's grind time. That's when you know what I'm saying? You can do that. You don't buy summer clothes in the summer. It's too expensive. You buy summer clothes in the winter. You buy winter clothes in the summer. It's about the preparation of your seasons. So what has to happen is it's about the recognition of when every season come around, how do you prepare for the next one? Because everything that you do is not about who you are today. It's about what it's about to be when the season is over. What's up with you, dog? It's about what you're about to be, what you're about to become, and what it's going to look like when you get out of this season. We're never going through what we're going through for what we're going through. We're going through for what we're going through for where we're going to. That's the reason why we go through what we go through, because where we're headed to. We're headed to a different direction. So who I am today may experience things today for what I'm going to have to deal with tomorrow. So the season that you're in is preparing you to walk where you're going. The problem is the identity that you have can't handle the abundance that you're about to receive. Because if you stay the way you are and I give you what I have for you, it's going to drown you and keep you where you are, and I'm never going to get you back again. So I have to put you through this thing called a test that then opens up your mind to then have you deal with these things inside of you and listen to the voice inside of you and challenge you to go in different directions that you normally wouldn't go to prepare you to be able to handle what's going to come to you. Because chances are when you get out this season, there's going to be a new walk that you're going to have, a new level of abundance, a new freedom, a new frequency, but a new assignment as well, because you're going to have to walk a different purpose or whatever. Your seasons look the same, but your identity changes, which means that your process is going to be, which means your assignments are going to be different. And that's the thing about it. We get different assignments and we get different abundance and we get different identities as we go up, but the processes are always the same. The situations are always the same. Just match the part that's going to scare the hell out of us. That's it. It's only designed to scare the hell out of us. So the same thing that you went through when you was 18, you going through now at 30 and 40. It's just on the level of the 30 and 40-year-old. It's the same equation. That's how you know how to panic, because you've already seen this before. Because at the end of the day, you're only panicking in this season because it looks familiar of a season before. That season before is where you earned the wisdom. This season is where you apply the wisdom. So when the things spin the block, it's for application. So that's the only reason why we know to panic, because we've seen this already. So now if we've seen this already, you already know the conclusion. The problem is most of us run from the process instead of paying attention to the results, because we smoothly walked into what was coming instead of understanding what we just walked out of. So when we're going through what we're going through, we're too busy looking up the road. Once we get out of that season, we're looking for what's coming, not understanding that we're missing the process of what just happened. So now we're manifesting more struggle because it just scared the hell out of us. And then when we get in the struggle, we want peace. And then when we get in peace, we're worried about the struggle. You understand what I'm saying? Because the process scares the hell out of people. But we done already solved all these results. So what you have to learn to do is start looking at all your seasons. What was the results? And then you will see it's the same familiar pattern and process that you always go through. And God's holy purpose of reminding you about each season that you've been in is to change how you see the season, so I can give you the season of abundance and give you what you was meant to have. You understand, we were sent here for abundance. We were sent here to enjoy life. We were sent here to all things to be able to be ours and added to it. And that's what's going on. So the only thing that is happening in each season is God is opening a new identity with a new realm and a new level area that we can now bring in our abundance. God is expanding our territory of abundance. And if you look at where you are today and look at where you used to be, you'll understand as you went through something, your territory got expanded. That's why now it's a challenge to you, because the thing that you have is now greater than the thing that you used to do. Now the manage and maintenance of the abundance that you have is now threatened, and that's the problem. Your territory has been expanded. That's why God don't challenge you from the one-bedroom apartment no more. God challenge you from the house. God don't challenge you from the struggle of working at that place. God now challenges you as the business owner. Your territory has been expanded as you grow, and you didn't realize it. So God is no longer challenging you from the person that stayed with their mama. God is now challenging you for the single parent or the parent or the husband or the wife that has these kids in this house and this business they got to maintain. So that's why it scares the hell out of you, because each level come with a new level of abundance. Only thing God does after each season expands your territory. And so now we have to maintain the territory. Now that's why we wish we still had the old problems, because it was easy. Hell, I didn't have that much to deal with. Now you got new expansion, new territory, new covering, new acreage. And that's what's going on. So each season that you get out of expands your territory, which means you now have new responsibilities. That's why sometimes it don't feel like a blessing sometimes, because your territory has been expanded. But then what you're looking at is abundance. It feels like a nuisance. God's blessing seems like an inconvenience because it's so much. I asked for a nice house. I didn't know it was going to come with all that land. But keeping dogs and keeping kids and people off the land has been getting on my last damn nerve. Keeping people away from the field has been getting on my last damn. Hell, motherfuckers running from the police in my field. It was a lot. It becomes an inconvenience and a nuisance at times. But God's abundance will do that. So that's why a lot of people can't identify with God's abundance all the time, because it starts to get on their nerves. You got women that make too much money, has a hard time maintaining it, and it gets them in their head. That's why, but you look at them and say, damn, that girl got a lot of money. Yeah, she also got a lot of pain, overthink, she hurt, she can't sleep at night, she having problems. You understand what I'm saying? She always worried about something. She always spending her money on inconvenient stuff that ain't necessary. And you don't tell you that part, because it becomes an inconvenience. So now what God does is, let me put you through this challenge of withholding. So when I do give it to you, it makes you say, when I get it this time, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Withholding gives you direction. Fear gives you direction. Pain gives you direction. Overthinking gives you direction. When I withhold the very thing that I'm about to give you abundance in, I'm preparing you to say, I'm going to let you go without. So when you go without for so long, then I put you on a fast. When I put you on a fast, I reset your taste buds. Then you realize you stop now. You now can't search for dopamine. You have to now build endorphins. You have no choice now. We don't do instant gratification no more when you're in your seasons. You have to go through the process, which means now the struggle is you're used to dopamine, being able to do quick things to give you your answers, but now we have to build longevity when we come into these seasons, and that's the issue. So now when you understand, wait a minute, you're just recalibrating my taste buds, you just resetting my taste buds, you just resetting me by giving me a spiritual fast, a physical fast on the thing that I want. So therefore, when I get the thing that I'm waiting for, when I try to do the things that I used to do, it don't taste right. If I ain't been eating sugar all this time, when I do eat sugar, I'm gonna get a headache next time. So guess what? Sugar will be out the diet. If you spending your money on all this unnecessary stuff, when I finally do give you the money and you go spend it on that thing, you realize, why did I just do that? I ain't even got no room for it. I ain't even wore the stuff that I already got. It changes your taste buds. So that's the purpose of the season, to put you on a fast that can recalibrate your abundance. So you now have literacy in that situation. Get financial literacy, spiritual literacy, abundance literacy, whatever it is that you're waiting for in that season, you now are getting literacy in that because of the withholding of what you have to go through to get it. You dig?